Yo, Devy Junkies. Brandon here, host of the Devy Deep Dive podcast and creator of the Devy Dashboard. And I'm super excited. Today we are going to dig into John Metchie, his film from last year, Alabama wide receiver. I'm sure you know who John Metchie is, right? But he's got a huge opportunity this year, right? I mean, he's got Waddle and Smith gone, right? He is now the guy. He should be the number one producer on this team. He's got a new quarterback to have to deal with too. So he's got a big season ahead. But I really wanted to dig in this film today because looking at the class next year going to the NFL 2022, it's a pretty decent class, right? And I wanted to see where he is. He's at the top of my tier 2, but I'm seeing, mock drafts out there with him going in the first round. So I wanted to really dig into his film and see, is he a first round guy? You know what? We're going to take a look at it. So I'm going to give you my opinion, but nonetheless, this is a great film breakdown for you to stick around, take a look at it, and you're going to be able to scout him for yourself. So let's just take a look at his stats last year and a couple market share, percentages from him. So last year he had 55 receptions, 916 yards, 16.7% point average, 6 TDs. So he's relatively productive even with Waddle and Devonta Smith, even though Waddle did get hurt. Probably helped his production a little bit, but his market share, 20% receiving, offense is 11%. That's based on, how many times he got his hands on the ball, and touchdown, 15%. And his completion percentage was 72. Pretty good. He's a really good ball tracking guy down the field, but he did have 6 drops during the season, and we're gonna talk about that when we get to his film segment. 6.5 yards of yak ability after receptions, which is probably on the medium average to low side as far as yak yards after reception. And snaps, he played all over the field. He played out wide 73%, as you can see, and then he played from the slot 26%. These stats are from PFF, by the way. So, he's a versatile guy, right? But also, we're going to get into his film here in a minute. But first, I want to head out to the West Coast, my dashboard partner, Britt Sanders, and he's going to give you a quick kind of analytic profile of John Metchie.
Thanks for welcoming me back in, Brandon. Can't wait to talk to you about John Metchie. I'm going to dive right into it. Really quickly, I do want to mention that it is likely he's going to gain about an extra 10 pounds, given the fact that was his weight back when he was a freshman. So we're looking, ideally, him to get to 205. So I'll give you a couple numbers of what happens if he gets to 205 as well. When we're looking at BMI currently, he's at 26.44. If he's able to get above 205 or to 205, you're looking about 27.37, around that realm there. That's a bit better number. I'll dive into the overall grade of that later, but we're looking for 27 to 29, ideally 30. People, we want them above 25 ultimately. For his height adjusted speed score, takes in his height, takes in his weight and his 40 time, gives a level playing field for all players to gauge their score a little more fairly. At his 195 pound, he has a 91.34 speed score, which is not great. You're looking for anything above a 95 when we're looking for just acceptable, usable speed. For his 205 weight, if he's able to get there, you're looking at 93.37, I believe. A little better, a little bit more, a little closer to 95. I think what we've seen with Brandon can lead you to believe that he's not going to need to rely on his speed to win the football game. So something I'm not overtly concerned about, especially when you take into effect his yards per team pass attempt. Now, right here, I'm looking for anything over 1.8. He was able to get 2.15, which is a pretty solid number, about average, but it's good given the fact that when he was given a lot of opportunity, he was able to be efficient with that opportunity. He had a 17% dominator, so he has yet to break out, and his weight adjusted dominator is 18.8%. Again, we're looking for him to get about 20%, some guys like 30% because it elevates the hit rate even more. He has yet to break out, which is a little concerning. Overall, I give his analytic profile maybe a 7. It's okay with some room to improve.
Awesome stuff, Britt, man. I appreciate you chiming in. The analytics seem to be getting more and more popular in the Devy community. So I'd like to just, have Britt come on here, kind of give you that profile as well, so you get a more well-rounded, look at Metchie. All right. So we're going to get into his film here. And I always like to preface going into these film room kind of sessions that, what we talk about, he has the ability to get better, right? He's the ability to get better. You're going to see some things that I think John Metchie needs to work on. And that's what I'll be looking for as we head into the season. But like I said, he's got a great opportunity. So come on, let's get right into the film room. Let's get to it. And I'll see you on the other side of the film room. All right, the first trait we're going to take a look at with Metchie is his release and route running. I think overall he's got a decent release and a decent route runner. Not elite by any means, but certainly not terrible either. We're going to take a look at his footwork here. Two things I look for is space creation and defensive manipulation. That's two things I really believe wide receivers need to make it to our dynasty roster. So that's that's the lens that I'll be looking at through these film clips here. So a couple nice little stutter step there. Got the guy off platform, at least for a second. Shed the contact, which is nice, but again, he got kind of caught there towards the end of that play. Again, some more footwork here. It's kind of the same technique that he used before. Quick feet here, nice tackle or a nice catch at the catch point. Sure, that took a lot of concentration there, knowing he was going to get pounded there. So, but overall, I thought that was some quick feet. He gets through, gets him off platform just enough to get some space. With a nice catch at the end. On this particular play, this is a post pattern, and just kind of looking at what kind of technique does he have throughout the stem before he takes, on the inside. He did get that guy there to kind of bite inside with a little head fake to the outside, and then nothing to, you see that little one right there. I give that defender a D. He was pretty much flat-footed on that. But, he was respecting Metchie's speed and, got bit there for a little bit on the head fake. So at least he did something there on that particular play. This is a really nice, I like this play in two aspects. His release off the line, it is zone coverage, and then how he does it's like a deep curl in zone coverage here. So quick feet there, gets that guy to kind of, lost him there a little bit. But I like the sharp cut here, turns around, nice catch here at the catch point, knowing he's going to get, pretty much hit and holds on to the ball. Nice play on that one. So here, this is the 9 route. He is just basically going to have to get past this defender and then try and stack him on the farther end of the route. So he kind of breaks him there, kind of goes inside, stacks him a little bit. Nice hand use there to kind of create some more space. Good ball tracking skills. We're going to look at that next. Metchie, I think he's got some pretty decent ball skills at the second level. So this is one of my favorite. This is the final route thing that we're going to take a look at. But it's a deep vertical play where he really gets past the first defender and makes the second guy bite on this. I'll just play it here and then we'll go back. Had that guy bite, and just unfortunately it's a bad throw by Mac Jones. But you'll see here, gets that guy zone coverage again, but he gets that guy to hold, and then nice head fake. That defender bites on the back end and then can't recover, and a nice vertical play. So I think overall his route running is pretty solid. So let's take a look at his ball skills and hands, all right? So on this particular play, again, we're going to just take a look at his ball skills and his hands. He had 6 drops in the offseason, but again, his deep vertical ball skills, and I love the body adjustment on this play. Again, that's ball skills, right? How he adjusts at the catch point was, I thought, a really nice play. Go back and look at that one more time. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself there. But again, sheds the tackle, sheds the contact, kind of stacks him up a little bit. He falls down, but again, the adjustment at the ball, good ball skills there by Metchie making that play. All right, so this is a play that he should have caught the ball and held on to it, but unfortunately he didn't. So we're going to take a look at it again. And, nice little stutter step release there. Again, he doesn't get the ball. I have another view here just so you can kind of see it. He doesn't extend his hands to go out and get the ball, kind of lets it come to his body. That defender's right there. And he's got to do a better job of securing that ball. So, again, here is just another vertical play, just, again, showing his ball skills. That defender is, pretty decent coverage. And, again, the way he looks over his shoulder at the very end here, it was good. Kind of looked a little early, but nonetheless, caught the ball. Didn't matter. He still got the guy beat. So, I think his ball skills are pretty solid. All right, let's take a look at his speed and yak yards, okay? This is where I think a part of his game, you're going to see a lot of bunch formations Alabama use to get John Metchie in space, but I'm not sure that's really his game. I think he's more of a vertical and intermediate player, maybe working the middle of the field. But trying to get him outside, you're going to see in a lot of these plays. I just don't know if this is his game, to be honest with you, with his ability with the ball in his hands. Look, every receiver needs to be able to get yak yards, right? That's really important, whoever you are running on the field, right? But to use him in this formation here where you're trying to get him to weave in between the second level and defenders, I just don't think that's his game. He's okay, but he's not great. So here, this play particularly on the outside here, he's going to get a pass here. I was a little disappointed. Like I'd like to see him to be able to stop, maybe pivot that foot and make that guy miss and get past him. Here's another little look at it. So I don't think he's the most elusive guy in space, after the catch. And I don't think he has elite speed either, but enough speed, play speed, obviously, to win, on the field. So here's a bunch formation here again. I like this play because he shedded some contact here. Right there, you'll see. We'll take a look at it again. And I have another view coming here shortly. Again, he goes around the edge, sheds that contact there. But, he doesn't have the breakaway speed. Doesn't have the breakaway speed to, take that to the house down the sideline. I think it just is just not part of his game. So there he is at the top of the screen. Again, just showing the speed. He didn't really separate. This is a bad ball by Mac Jones, so he may have been slowing down towards the end, but I don't see, again, a decent release, and then he should be, 3 or 4 yards. He just didn't get that guy to get off his back. And this particular play here, again, one of these other bunch formations, the last one in this, is you're just going to see, he's just, it's just not, I don't think his game is, he doesn't just really have that elusiveness to really win in those situations and to just be one of those guys that is just dynamic with the ball in his hands. All right, the last thing I'd like to look at in wide receivers is physicality and athleticism. Primarily physicality, not just at the catch point, super important, but also after you got the ball in your hands. Are you a beast to get down on the turf? I want you to be hard to tackle. I want my wide receivers to be tough, where they're laying a shoulder into defenders, and they're the ones initiating the contact and not the ones, getting contacted or getting tackled, rather, right? So here's one for Metchie. This is kind of what I'm talking about. He gets the ball, he's got it, he's doesn't know where to go, he stutter steps and just kind of doesn't. I want to see him lead, man. I want to see him take some guy down with him and bowl someone over, at the end of that play. So here's a good play by him, shedding the contact at the physicality again at the catch point. Guys draped all over him. This was a catch. So good job on him for, shielding that tackle and making that catch. Here's another one. This is pass interference, but nonetheless, this defender, number 7, again, gets his hands on him. Pretty much drug him down, so I probably shouldn't even include this clip. But anyway, when you watch that, I want to see a bit more separation there to kind of get away from him on that particular play. So here down at the bottom of the screen, again, what does he do with it? He just doesn't fight for, I don't know, I just want more. I want to see more, just kind of falling down. I want to see him try and break that. I want to see, him try and break that contact from that defender. Could be getting a little picky on that, I get it, but again, it's super important in my mind, physicality. It really is. So here's just another play where it kind of sums up what I'm talking about, right? He just kind of goes up with his shoulder and just doesn't, it just lets the guy tackle him instead of, I want to see him first off get more yards. I want to see him lower his shoulder and take that guy on, and so he remembers the next time you try and tackle John Metchie, you ain't going to forget. So physicality is just something I really look for. So it's going to be, I hope you enjoyed the film grind part of the segment, man. So there you got it, guys. There is my film breakdown on John Metchie. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Britt's, analytical profile there as well. So it gives you a little better understanding of John Metchie and his game, right? So, like I said, he has the ability to improve. Let's see if he does it. Big opportunity in Alabama this year, man. Let's see if John Metchie can step up to the plate, get that production, be that alpha out there, and see what he does for the season. So thanks again for watching. I got tons of videos coming out like this in the near future. So I appreciate you tuning in.